Hello everyone, this is Petrina and
Ronald.
Hi there. Welcome to our Monday Moments Facebook Live on this page. We are in our kitchen today because it's a bit cold outside and we thought we'll just stay in and do something while we are enjoying the warmth in our house. So if you're watching this live, please say hello in the comments below. And if you're watching on the replay, please type in hashtag replay. Tag your friends as well. We've got something very important to share with you. It's a root vegetable that's going to be helping you to keep healthy and well in this season where everyone's concerned about viruses and flus and stuff like that. Hi, Maxine. Hi, Susanna. Good to see you here. So what we will do is we will share with you right now. Ronald, I'll pass it to you.
Yes, it's a bit excuse me, it's a bit cold outside, but it's about 6 degrees today. So we thought we'd adjourn to the kitchen where it's warm. Now we're going to show you something quite extraordinary today. You probably have come across it, but you don't understand the power of it, right? So I'm going to explain what this particular vegetable does, and especially at the moment with the COVID-19 and other viruses lurching around, winter flu and so on. And basically it comes down to the organ which is called, the particular organ of food, which is called garlic, right? Now, you probably say, oh, I've heard of it before, but what do you know about garlic? What do you know? How effective is garlic, right? So I'm going to show you the garlic we buy, and if you look at that, we just bring it over to there.
Yep, I'll just switch the camera. Just hold on.
Yeah, that's the garlic. That's the garlic we buy like that. You see, and we buy it in bulk like that. We buy it like that. Now, be very careful when you buy garlic. Do not buy Chinese garlic, because Chinese garlic often is grown with human feces, and what happens as a result is it's grown with human feces, and therefore it's prone to get all kinds of diseases like syphilis, venereal disease that can penetrate into the garlic from China. I do not recommend Chinese garlic anymore. What we go for is Australian garlic, Australian garlic, Spanish garlic, and French garlic, right? Now, why is garlic so effective? Garlic belongs to what we call the Allicin family. And in the Allicin family, you've got garlic, you've got chives, you've got leeks, you've got spring onions, right? You've got red onion, brown onion, and shallots, right? All of those belong to the Allicin family. Now, the Allicin family is a very powerful family because the entire Allicin family, as I said before, garlic, the shallots, chives, leeks, garlic chives, as well as onion chives, leeks, red onion, brown onion, white onion. All of those family belong to the Allicin family, which is essentially the sulfur family.
I think you meant allium family. Allium
and Allicin also.
That's right,
and allium, if you've gone to the supermarket, you might have seen aioli, A-I-O-L-I, right? Aioli. Aioli is actually derived from, it's mayonnaise, and it's derived from the garlic name in French called A-I-L. So garlic in French is ail, and so aioli is the garlic that's made with mayonnaise. It makes mayonnaise with eggs and so on, and that's why it's so tasty and why it's so effective. Now, mind you, having said that, if you eat garlic, and at the moment, especially with winter coming along shortly, and like I said, with the current viruses, you need to eat about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. The reason why you need that is because the garlic, if it's good quality one, 3 cloves, we'll explain to you what that means in a minute. 3 cloves of garlic is effective as an antibacterial and also as an immune system builder. Very, very good for that, right? There'll be other things we do next week which will add to the immune system building. But for now, let's say we're going to use 3 cloves of garlic, because that's the amount of sulfur you need on a daily basis to fight any infection that comes via your nose or your mouth or to your eyes, right? So let me explain what that means. Now, this one here, if I can show the camera,
Just
if I can show that again.
Just hold on. Yep.
Now, as you can see there, that is called a corm. So the entire bulb is a corm, C-O-R-M. Now, what I'm going to do, watch my fingers. I'll go like that, and it's quite a strong one, quite like that. So when I pull this off, can you see that? When I pull this off, that is now a clove. That's a clove of garlic, all right? Now, so the entire thing is a corm, and as you peel on the side like this, okay, so basically we've got 1, 2, let me just give me a second. So here we go. Now there's 3. Can you see? That's what 3 looks like. That is your daily dose. That's what you need per day. Now that's a good, healthy, quite fat one. That's what you need. Now the rest of it, which is this one, you keep till the next day, right? You keep the next day. There we are here. That's kept the next day. That's the rest of the corn. Put that away, all right? Now, how do we do it? Is that we use to make it the most effective way to get the garlic at maximum easy cutting is you take 1 clove. Watch carefully what I do. You get 1 clove. You put it on your board like that, your wooden board. Right? Don't use boards that are made of plastic or polypropylene. It must be. This is an Australian wood which I bought in, and it's a beautiful piece of camphor wood. Now that is what we call the reason why camphor wood is so effective with the garlic is because camphor wood is also disinfectant. So when you're using fish and so on, if you use camphor wood, it keeps it nice and healthy and sterile. Okay, now number 1, get yourself a little cleaver about this big. Doesn't need to be bigger than that. That is the most effective way to prepare the garlic. All right. So what you do, you turn the blade this way. All right. There's the garlic. All right. Watch carefully. Turn the blade like that. There's the blade. So you put the blade on top, like you hold the handle like that, Okay. And then you put the blade like this at the tip of it, and you use your thumb, your arm, your hand,
Your wrist.
your wrist, and you bend your wrist, and you keep away from the blade. You hit here. Okay, you're eating it. So the garlic is here underneath. Put it like that. You go like this, and you go like that. You see that? And good thumb. So as you can see, that has split the garlic. You see? That split the garlic, and that's the base there. That's where it grows for the top, okay? So watch carefully. When I do that, can you see how easy it is now? See, it's been crushed. Then I peel it. I peel it like that. And that makes it easy. So then, as you can see, look how easy that is. So to do that way. So when you use a cleaver or another quite bladed, large blade knife, look at this. Can you see that's beautiful? That is, isn't it? That's a clove. So 3 of those. You then chop that up. And you can smell it from here. I wish you could smell it.
Yeah.
It's so strong.
Yeah, it is very pungent.
Very pungent. So this is the sulfur coming out, right? So you see that little edge of the top there, that you can just another sharp knife that off, but the rest of it, which is the top here, all of that, you use that, right? It is now one good thing about it. Now, whilst we can talk about garlic, okay?
Yeah, we've got some questions here from the viewers. AJ is asking, how do we eat 3 cloves of garlic? What's your recommended way of eating it? Is it raw or cooked?
No. That's a good point. Okay, so there's several ways you can take the garlic, 3 cloves of garlic. One is that you use it as a base for a fish dish, or a meat dish, or a lamb dish, or a turkey dish. You put that on the base of your pot. The 3 cloves. You could put 3 cloves on the base of your pot. You chop it up really fine with a cleaver or with a sharp knife. Chop it really fine. Put it on the bottom. Put a bit of olive oil with it, and apple cider vinegar, and that becomes your base. You can also add onions, red onions and so on, to add to the sulfur. But that's your best way. Chop it up fine, put it on the bottom of the pot, apple cider vinegar, a bit of and olive oil, okay? And then you put the heat on, and you stir it, and you cook the garlic gently, and then you put your meat or your fish or your chicken or your fish on top of it, and then you add your vegetables with that. Now, if you're worried about the pungent taste and the smell from your mouth, which can be quite annoying to other people, right? what you can do is, the number one trick is to grow some parsley, either flat leaf parsley or curly parsley. And after you've eaten the garlic dish or the dish containing the garlic, you chew about a tablespoon of parsley. You get a tablespoon, you put it on your mouth and you chew it. And that will completely get rid of the sulfur taste, but it will not stop the medicinal value of the garlic. In addition to that, when you add the parsley's got iron, which combines with the sulfur and gives you an additional strength and measure against bacteria, and your immune system will be boosted even more. Now, one more thing. When you take the garlic like that, remember what I said, Spanish garlic, Australian garlic, or French garlic. Don't buy any other garlic, or unless you grow your own garlic. You can grow your own garlic. Give you a little tip. You can grow your own garlic, and I'll show you how to do that. Now, when you grow garlic, the time to do it is about December. You see, that's your base of your. So when you've taken that away from the corm, that's your base of your garlic there, and that's the tip. Can you see that? So you plant it like that. You plant it that in the soil, and then that becomes a root. The root system will come out of that, and then this will shoot, and then that one clove, after about 3 or 4 months of growing in your soil, that will become the corm. In other words, it will give you about 20 to 25 cloves. So this one here will grow to that size, okay? Now, what that does then, if you grow your garlic organically, that will mean that you're going to have a lot more sulfur and a lot more other minerals. But the main mineral that you get from the garlic is sulfur. Right? Now, that's one way. The other way to do it, if you use olive leaves, very berry, red bush, which is a tea, okay? So red bush rooibos, red bush tea, olive leaves, kaffir leaves, and garlic. You put boiling water on that. You let it brew for about 7 minutes as a tea. So you get sulfur from the garlic. You'll get antioxidants from the olive leaves and so on and so on. And then you put boiling water, let it brew for 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, pour in a teacup, teaspoon of honey, and you sip that daily. Now, if you've got a tendency where you're getting colds or flu or sinus issues, you can make 3 cups of tea with that mixture. Remember, olive leaves, red bush,
very berry tea
bags, looking from Lidl, and the garlic. If you do that 3 times a day, you get rid of your colds. You get rid of your flu much quicker. Some people I've seen, they're so low in their immune system that the garlic is so important that they take that, because if they don't do it, the colds come back a week later, come back again and again and again, right? So that's another one to have the tea. Another way to have the tea is to have the garlic, in other words, in a tea form. There's another way you can do it, which a chef told me how to do it many years ago. This chef never had a cold for 40 years. He'd come in the hotel and he'd get the clove, like the clove of garlic. You'd get the clove of garlic. Here it is there. He would do that, and he would just peel it, and he would just swallow it with a glass of orange juice or apple juice. He'd just swallow it. And that would go straight into the stomach and then penetrate into his intestinal system. And he never got a cold. I never saw him sick, ever. He would do it every single morning that I'd see him. So there's a really good tip for you for preparing your immune system.
Okay, one other question I think was Lily who asked was which chopping board to use. So we're gonna we're gonna share with you again. We basically use this wooden chopping board. It's made of wood. We wouldn't recommend the ones made of like you say Teflon or plastic. I'll show you an example of this one, which is most common. You can see these polyphenol ones. These ones polypropylene. Because what it is you can see these cuts here. And these cuts, if you check, is actually very small pieces of plastic, which may go into your food as well without you knowing, and that's why we don't recommend these ones.
We've used that as an example, but we never use this for the actual cutting, right? So show them the actual board again.
So this is the board. You can get smaller ones. Ours is actually quite large. You can see it's actually quite large.
If you're lucky enough where you can get to know an Australian, and you get them to buy you a camphor board, you can see from the structure of the grain. Oh, this is a beautiful wood. Look, show them the thickness. Show them the thickness. Look how thick that is.
It's a few inches thick.
It's about 3 inches, 2 inches thick, right? And it's a good sized board. It's about 2.5 feet long and about 18 inches wide. That's a really good board. Now that is one of the best boards because it's at the same, because it's camphor wood. It also acts as a disinfectant for your meat, your fish, your chicken, etc. Right? So anyway, enjoy that. And next week we'll have another powerful tool that you can use in the herbal section, and you'll then understand. Any other question have you got?
Not that I can see, but one other thing I wanted to share is, when you buy garlic, you will see they tend to wrap it up in this this sort of netting, which it looks purple.
Yes.
However, you need to check. For example, this one is from Spain.
Yes.
You need to check the label that is generally from Spain and not from China, because a lot of the ones from China, they'll actually wrap it in this plastic, similar purple kind of netting.
Yes.
The reason is because they're trying to mimic this. Can you see this garlic? It's got a purple tinge on the skin.
That's right.
So they're actually trying to mimic that when it's actually the garlic's actually white, especially when it comes from China. So just be careful of that.
A very good point, because basically I've never seen garlic from China which is purple. Never. It's always white, and it's very low in pungency. So the sulfur level is almost non-existent, but it's also likely to carry bacteria. Whereas with this one, look at the label. Always look at the label. You'll see here in this case,
Spain.
It's from the origin Spain. See, origin Spain. If you see that,
you can see it's variety purple.
That's right. And it's variety,
which is why it comes out like that.
Exactly. It's, as you can see, quite right. See, variety purple, origin Spain. You get that, you buy it. Now, so if you buy about four in a bag, that should last you about probably 2 weeks. So don't buy a lot of garlic, because you should buy it fresh, right? Now, also, in a final comment, don't just take the garlic for winter or this time of the year. Don't take it every single day in every season. Every season you take, either from spring to summer to autumn, take it. And that will keep you in good shape. Since I've been using the garlic like that, I personally haven't had a cold for more than 30 years, which is phenomenal. Most people past my age, like in their 70s, they're getting colds, they're getting flu, they're getting COVID, and it's as simple as that, right? So, but I will give you an arsenal of 2 other things in the next few weeks that will add to the pungency of the treatment, and also add to the extra sulfur and extra benefits of antioxidants against flu, viruses, and so on. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronald, and thank you everyone for joining us live. If you have any friends that will benefit from our video, please tag them in the comments below. And also, if you've got any other questions, by all means, do ask us as well. And to help us share this video to a wider audience, please give us some comments below, be it just a hello or the emoji heart, like, and care emoji. Click on that as well. That will help us a lot. I will post I'll share some photos of what the garlic looks like in the comments below later on, and also the link to our latest ebooks, which you can download at your convenience. So till next Monday, we will see you then, and we wish you all a very happy and healthy week ahead. Thank you.
See you next week.